Welcome to the webinar where you will learn how to build passive income through your own application. I will share the story of Grzegorz, who followed this path starting as a programmer and now earning as a SaaS application creator. You will find out how much you can earn with your own SaaS application, the ways you can generate income, and how to check if your idea is good. I will also present my own story about how I started earning from my application, and most importantly, I will tell you how to launch your own SaaS application. One important thing to note at the beginning: if you have any questions related to today's topics or if anything is unclear, please write everything down on a piece of paper or in a notebook and feel free to email me. I will gladly answer any of your questions. My email address is visible under the recording. I will be available today until midnight via email and will do my best to respond to all inquiries. If I can't answer some questions today, I will definitely respond by tomorrow morning at the latest. I think we can get started now, so make yourself comfortable, watch the entire material from start to finish, and I invite you to my presentation. For those who will stay with me until the end, I have prepared a few bonuses. The first is a PDF document in which you will find 50 examples of SaaS applications that make huge profits, along with a brief description of each application. The second bonus is a surprise, but I guarantee it will be worth the wait. You will learn about it at the end of this webinar, and it will be a pleasant surprise for you. The plan for this training: for the next approximately 50 minutes, we will discuss all the topics on the agenda. I will talk about how to build passive income from your own application, and then, for those who want something more, I will offer something special from me. That's enough of the introduction. We can get started. First, a few words about myself for those who do not know me yet. My name is Kazimierz Szpin, and for over 10 years, I was a CS programmer. Programming has always been my greatest passion, but I never enjoyed working a regular job. Daily availability from 8 to 4, simple boring tasks to complete, monotonous work, lack of challenges, unsatisfactory earnings, hourly work accounting, and no prospects for very high earnings. I realized that this was not for me. I decided to do something about it. A great idea for creating my own app came to mind. I thought it was a good way to finally quit my job, go independent, and start earning big money with passive income. I dedicated about a year of after-hours work to developing the app. Unfortunately, it was a flop. Although I found a few clients, I still had to shut down the project. However, I learned a lot during that time. Learning from my experiences, I created another app with a different approach. This time, I built an MVP and found a few clients early on. Yet I also made some mistakes here. It was only with my third app that I hit the jackpot. I created an online store app that guaranteed me a steady income, allowing me to quit my programming job and focus solely on its development. The next app was a repetition of this process, confirming that it works and that the previous app was not a fluke. I decided to help people like me, and I am currently sharing my knowledge in a SaaS application school. Okay, let's get to the main topics. How much can I earn from my own app? It's really great that there is no upper limit to earnings when creating your own SaaS application. Unlike a salaried job, there is no ceiling here. No one restricts you, so the sky is truly the limit. Of course, it's also worth planning your expenses, but as I mentioned, you can start with minimal costs, and only when you achieve significant earnings will you think about expenses like building a team, paid advertising, delegating tasks, etc. If you work a salaried job and let's say you earn $3,000 a month, you know in advance how much you'll make in a month, a year, over several years, etc. However, if you are developing your application, it's fantastic that you can earn $1,500 or $3,000 a month, but you might also have a good month, a better period, increased demand for your application, maybe some good advertising, and earn, for example, $30,000, which would equal your annual earnings from your previous salaried job. Moreover, once you find a client, they will likely pay you for a longer period. So if you set a goal to find 20 new clients a month for the entire year, your income in the first year will be 20 times the price of the application per month. But in the second year, under the same assumptions, it will be 40 times the price of the application per month, because you will still have clients who purchased access in the previous year. Your earnings can also grow exponentially, and year after year, your business will become larger. What's great here is that, unlike a salaried job, you accumulate more resources and products each year, increasing the value of your company. Look, if you work for a salary, you earn an X amount, but if you get laid off, you really end up with nothing. You made money, but you have no background, no assets, and you could say you're in the same place. You start again from scratch. Of course, not counting the experience gained, but the products you worked on are not yours. They belong to your boss. However, when you work for yourself, your company gains more value year after year. If you built applications for a year, you will always have those applications. You build your brand online, more and more people know you, and it becomes easier to acquire new clients. If you compare this approach over, say, a 10-year perspective with a salaried job, you only have the money earned and the experience gained. While if you develop your applications over those 10 years, you could have several products, meaning applications, many clients, and if you want to take a year off, you won't lose anything. In fact, you will continue to earn and your business will keep growing. Returning to how much you can earn, your income will primarily depend on how many clients you have and, of course, the price of your application. It will be different if your app costs $3 for access compared to, say, $100 for monthly access. As I mentioned, there are no limits here. However, if you sell access to your app for $30, you only need to find 100 clients who want to use it, and you'll already have a recurring income of $3,000 per month. It's clear that we start from scratch, but over time, as your client list grows, you'll earn more and nothing is holding you back. There's no ceiling. If you're hardworking and focus on developing the app, you can earn a lot. How can you make money with apps? Another topic to consider is the monetization methods for your app. We have several options here. You can choose one way to monetize your app, but there's nothing stopping you from combining these methods. Here, depending on the type of application you are creating, different monetization models may be more or less suitable. The subscription model is the most commonly chosen way to monetize SaaS applications. Users pay in advance for a selected period, known as a subscription. Typically, users can choose between monthly or annual billing. In annual billing, there is usually an additional discount, often making it a monthly payment multiplied by 10, meaning the user gets 2 months free. Generally, it works like this. Each person can create a new account, receive free access for 14 days, and after this period, they can either cancel the application or choose a paid subscription. It usually also allows the user to select an appropriate subscription level based on the features we provide. The advantage of this solution is a steady monthly income from our application. Another way to earn money is through a one-time payment for the ability to install our application. This model is most commonly chosen for mobile or desktop applications, but it can also be used to sell a web application. Often, the seller employs a trick by selling a version of the application that the user can use indefinitely, but they do not have access to updates for that application and must pay extra for updates, usually at a lower cost. I personally fell for this when I once purchased an educational platform for online courses. Later, there was some forced change from the payment provider, and without updates, the payment would have stopped working. I managed to handle it myself at that time, but most users were likely forced to purchase a new version of the application. The revenue model based on ads in your application involves displaying a banner, link, or some advertisement image in a certain place within your app, and depending on the agreement, you receive a monthly payment or payment based on impressions or clicks on that ad. I'm not a fan of such a revenue model because these ads seem unprofessional, but this type could work for some applications that have high traffic, a lot of interest, but relatively low value, making it difficult to charge users. In that case, one could consider such a model. A free app, but with various paid features. This type is called freemium, meaning access to our app is free. Users can use basic features for free, while we have a few VIP features that users must pay for if they want to use them. It's also worth making these features visible, for example, somewhere in the app's tabs, and only after clicking should the user see that they cannot use them without payment. This type of app can also be effective if the user is satisfied with the free version and sees that they can gain even more value from it. They won't hesitate to pay for such a feature. It may also look like this. For example, in an email sending application, the user might be able to send a certain number of messages for free, and after exceeding that threshold, they would have to pay. Paid add-ons for the application are common. This model is often seen in various video games, where users must pay for additional elements, known as skins for their characters, which could be better outfits or upgraded other elements in the game. Paid elements can also, but do not have to, affect gameplay between players. If you introduce paid elements that make the game easier, it may discourage users who do not want to pay for such add-ons. You can also sell various other add-ons. If you have an application that provides server resources, you could, for an additional fee, increase disk limits. You can also earn through commissions in your application. For example, if you have an app where users can post free ads, and if an item sells, you as the app owner will receive a previously agreed upon commission. These are just some basic models for monetizing applications. Of course, for SaaS applications, we most often choose a subscription payment model, but you can also modify this and select the model or models that suit you best. How can you check if your idea is good? You can't just come up with an idea for an application, immediately sit down to program, create the entire application over the course of a year or even 2, launch everything, and only after several months realize that you can't find any clients who want to use your application. Only then do you realize that you've created an application that no one needs and no one wants to pay for it. All the time you dedicated to this application can be considered wasted. Here, it's somewhat fortunate if you didn't invest a lot of money, for example, in developers or advertising, but only invested your time. However, this approach is certainly not what we are interested in. First of all, if we only have an idea for an application, we need to properly validate that idea and see if it makes sense and if it's worth creating such an application and pursuing that direction. How do we do this? We validate in several ways depending on the type of application we want to create. Let's assume we want to create an accounting application. In this case, it's straightforward because, as you might guess, there are already quite a few such applications on the market. In this case, it's worth tracking the competition and seeing what similar applications are available. You can even register new accounts with competitors, explore their applications, see what cool features they have, what the advantages are, and most importantly, what the disadvantages are and what you don't like. Read reviews about these applications, check out various Facebook groups where a community often gathers around a particular application, read opinions, and see what users are complaining about, and so on. In that case, validation is easier, but it's still worth analyzing everything. After all, you need to stand out somehow and not just create a copy of that application. However, as I mentioned, in this type of application, validation is easier because given the competition in the market and so many similar applications, it's clear that there is a demand for them and there are customers and money in this industry. Okay, but let's analyze a slightly different case. Let's say you've come up with a more innovative idea or a more niche industry. Let's consider an application for farm management for farmers. I don't have experience in this industry myself, but that doesn't matter here. First, you can do some research online and see if there are any applications in this industry that support farmers' work. If there are they similar to the application you want to create? Let's assume there is no such application, so the market here is not yet explored. In that case, we need to put more effort into our work. It's worth reaching out to your potential customers, namely farmers. You should think about where you can find such people. It's known that you can pack your car and go to some farmers to gather information, but it's easier to search for such individuals online. You can look for them on Facebook in groups dedicated to agriculture. Just join such a group, then add a post in the group and gather insights on this topic. Ask if they have problems managing their farms and how they are currently coping with them. You will likely receive a lot of comments, and it's also important to respond to each comment, engage in discussions with your potential customers, find out what problems they have, and at some point you can propose your solution, discover if they would be interested in your solution. You can note down their contact information, and once your application is ready, you can send them an invitation. Moreover, such a person can help you in creating your application. They will advise you on what features the app should have, what is essential and what is unnecessary. Such a person can be very valuable to you because they understand the realities and know what is needed. It's worth finding a few such individuals. If you see that there is indeed a problem in the industry and your application could be a good solution, then you already know that the idea you previously came up with is solid. However, if it turns out that there is no interest in your application, for example, because there isn't such a problem in the industry, it means that the idea is flawed and you need to look for another one. That's how it looks in a nutshell. Besides looking for such people in Facebook groups, you can also find them in other places, such as among your friends' acquaintances, by messaging directly on Facebook, or even searching for them on other social media platforms like YouTube or even Google. There are plenty of such places. If you do a good validation of your idea now, it will be much easier for you later. It's important to also keep track of these contacts, and once you create a solution, you'll immediately have a few clients and start earning from the application right away. You don't need to worry about someone stealing your app idea, as the journey from concept to realization is very long. The idea itself is just the beginning. Remember, first we look for a good app idea, then we validate the idea, and only afterward do we start implementing it. The best way to acquire clients is through various methods. It's worth focusing on marketing by building a community, an email list, running a blog or a YouTube channel, etc. However, a great way to reach new clients is through creative marketing. Let's say you've created an educational platform that allows for the management and sale of online courses. Our potential clients are those who want to sell online courses. So how do we find such people? We can, for example, create an online course where we show how to create your first online course and recommend our application there. In such a course, we provide a lot of value, explaining everything needed to create such a course, what equipment to buy, how to record materials, how to advertise, how to build an agenda, etc. We also show how to publish such a course on our dedicated platform. We can also offer these clients some discount, which will allow us to easily assess how many people actually purchased from this training. Moreover, these individuals will be more inclined to decide. Now see how high your sales effectiveness can be here. If, let's say, 100 people join this online course, you can expect around 60 customers, as probably that many will complete the online course and decide to use our platform. However, it will be nearly 100% of those who actually want to create this course. Besides having many clients in our application, we can also earn from our training, as there is nothing stopping us from selling such training for around $150 to even $500. Moreover, there are even training programs that are sold at such prices. If you don't want to create your own training, you can also reach out to people who already have such programs and try to collaborate with them in the way I described. Then you can agree that for each client they will also receive some money. So that's definitely a good option as well. Try to think outside the box and consider how you can search for clients in a more creative way. I applied a similar mechanism in my app Create Online Store, where I sold a small online course on how to create and sell your own ebook, and I recommended my app, which is perfect for that. Now I wanted to show you from my own example how I started earning from my own app. I created several apps, but I wanted to focus on how I began earning from my own app, Create Online Store. This app was initially aimed at the Polish market because that was where I had the most knowledge of the market. As the name suggests, this app allows you to create your own online store, as well as manage it fully, configure it, handle customer service, and so on. And why did I create such an app? There were several reasons. First, I needed to create an online store for myself. I had previously used a similar application that allowed for the creation of such stores. Unfortunately, I became very discouraged with that application because they significantly increased the subscription price year after year. I concluded that it didn't make sense to use that application, especially since I saw many flaws and things that needed improvement. The application was also useful for me, and I could test my own application because I knew exactly how I wanted everything to look. Moreover, I wanted to finally build an application that would earn at least over $3,000 a month, and I saw great potential here. I reviewed the competition and found a niche for myself. I knew there were plenty of customers in the market who needed such an application. I also saw a lot of negative reviews about competing applications, and I already knew it was a great idea. Additionally, I saw room for extra income by creating dedicated solutions for more demanding clients who needed stores tailored to their specific requirements. So, I definitely wanted to enter this industry. No, this is how the sales page of my application looks. I created it from scratch, mainly using HTML, CSS, and a few lines of JavaScript. I found that this approach is the best for me. The page runs very quickly. I don't have any unnecessary scripts here. Full control over everything, quick deployment. This solution, in my opinion, is the best because those ready-made templates, often based on WordPress, have many drawbacks. As for the applications, I actually needed two. One application is the admin panel, which you see now for creating the store, managing it, configuring it, and so on. The other application is the online store itself. So we have two applications, the management panel and the online store where all the products are sold. The entire system is written in C# on the .NET platform. I just made a division here. The store is created in ASP.NET Core MVC, while the admin application is built in Blazor, WebAssembly plus ASP.NET Core Web API. I used the template and Radzen components here, and the application was deployed in the Azure cloud, utilizing an MS SQL database. In summary, this application has been a great success for me, allowing me to permanently leave my job and start working on my own terms. All initial assumptions were met, and now I can focus on finding new clients and expanding the application. As an interesting fact, I managed to find quite a few clients here by niching the application, meaning I first marketed my store as the ideal place for selling ebooks. This allowed me to streamline my marketing and primarily reach such clients, and only later did I expand the services to a general online store for various products. Similarly, my creative marketing, which I mentioned to you earlier, worked well here. I created an online course on how to create and sell your first ebook, which also helped me reach new clients. I hope the last 40 minutes of training were valuable to you and that it was time well spent. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cover all the materials and teach you how to create a SaaS application from scratch to paying customers in such a short time. So if this time was valuable to you, I'm very glad and thank you for your attention. However, if you would like something more, I have also prepared something special for you. If you want to earn money with your own SaaS application and develop your skills in this area under my guidance, and if you want to act quickly and use your time effectively, I have something good for you. Today, registrations have just opened for my latest program, the SaaS Application School. It is a 10-module online program in video format where I will show you how to build passive income and earn from your own SaaS applications. I will guide you through the entire process of creating your own application, from finding a good idea for an app, through building the application, to finding paying customers. Here's what this program looks like and what it includes. The first module of the training is a general introduction. I want to show you how to navigate through the entire training, what to pay attention to, and a general action plan. You will learn what SaaS applications are, why it's worth creating such applications, and what kind of earnings you can expect. The second module focuses on strategy. Before starting work, you need to sit down calmly and answer a few important questions. It's worth planning your path and choosing the best options. I will present my point of view on this matter. The next, extremely important third module of the training will focus on finding a good idea for an application. It's not hard to come up with an app idea. I can give you plenty of ideas in a minute, but it's important that the idea is a good one. If the idea is bad, unplanned, or chosen hastily, it may end in failure. We are focused on finding an idea that will allow us to earn over $3,000 a month. I will show you how to do it and share some cool tricks with you. Creating a SaaS application is a process, and in the fourth module, we will go through all the stages of creating a SaaS application step by step, from finding a good idea, implementing the solution, which means programming, to finding customers and earning money. You will receive a plan from me that you can later implement step by step. Module 5 covers technical knowledge, part 1. Here we will have a general overview of technical topics that you should be familiar with. You will learn about several important issues in the context of creating SaaS applications that will assist you in operating and developing your application. In Module 6, we will continue with topics related to technical knowledge, focusing even more on practical aspects and issues that will be significant for the development of your SaaS application. I will show you some essential features that must be implemented in every such application, and importantly, you will receive a ready-made SaaS application template from me that you can use for your own purposes. It includes many initial features such as registration, login, password reset, an admin panel, user management, a database, application monitoring, and more. This will save you a lot of time and money. I will also show you how to publish your application on a server. Module 7 is about creating a sales page for your SaaS application. You will learn how to create such sales pages, what they should look like, and what elements they should contain. You will also receive a template for your website from me, which you can easily customize to meet your requirements. You will also learn how to publish such a site on a server, what requirements you need to meet, and how to monitor your site. In Module 8, we will focus on marketing and sales. There is no denying that if you want to make big money from your application, you need to align marketing and sales with programming. I will show you how to attract customers to you, and we will analyze various forms of marketing that will help as many potential clients as possible learn about your application. In Module 9, I will share my experiences gained from developing various SaaS applications. My experiences will certainly provide you with many lessons. You will learn about the mistakes I made, I will give you plenty of tips, and perhaps my story will also inspire you to take action. The final module is a summary of our project. By now you should have a ready SaaS application, and I will discuss the different directions you can take from here and how to increase your earnings. This is the plan for our entire training, and as you can see, we have many exciting topics ahead, so it will definitely be interesting. Here's what you will receive by joining the SaaS Application School in this edition. The online training for the SaaS Application School means you will gain access to a 10-module program, over 130 lessons, and you will learn everything you need to create your own application and monetize it. I also have a few bonuses for you. First, a SaaS application template, which means you will receive a template from me that you can develop further. Additionally, it will already have implemented features such as registration, login, email sending, an admin template, user management, application monitoring, and many more useful functions. Another bonus is a sales page template. Every application needs a sales page, so you will receive a ready-made page from me that you can easily customize for your application. You will go through the entire process from A to Z, starting from finding a good idea for an application, building the application, to finding paying customers. Access to the community. You will have access to a community of developers and founders. Lifetime access. You pay only once, and you have access to the materials forever. You can always return to any lesson. 24/7 on-demand access means you can access all materials at any time from any device. Satisfaction guarantee. If you decide after joining that the SaaS Application School is not for you, I will refund 100% of your invested money. The total value of this training, if we were to calculate these components separately, is $699, and that will be the price in the future. However, in this edition, the price will be significantly better for you because we can operate at scale, allowing you to join this training at a lower cost, so it definitely won't be $699. Although we are just starting with the SaaS Application School and do not yet have any reviews, you can see plenty of testimonials from people who participated in my other trainings on my website, saasapplicationschool.com. You can calmly review these testimonials and notice that I have only positive feedback, where participants praise the quality of the materials and the value they gained from them. As you can see, all participants are very satisfied with my trainings and speak of them in superlatives. You can also join the SaaS Application School in this edition along with the entire package you see here, which includes the SaaS Application School, the first bonus, which is the SaaS application template, the second bonus, which is the sales page template, a detailed process from A to Z, access to the community, lifetime access, 24/7 on-demand access, and a satisfaction guarantee. You can join only in this edition at a mega low price of $349, so this is the complete price for the entire package I described earlier, and you can purchase the training with a VAT invoice. This is the gross price from which you can still deduct tax. The full description of the training is available at saasapplicationschool.com. Save this address, but stay with me until the end because I will have something for you. Now you have two options. The first option is to do nothing and not trust my work. The second option is to invest in your better future. If the program suits you, that's great. If not, we will refund you 100% of your money, so you have a 14-day guarantee with me. Sign up today, and if for any reason you decide to cancel, let me know, and I will refund you 100% of your invested money. But I promised you two bonuses. First, I have a special discount code for you. Enter the discount code SaaS24 when ordering, and if you are one of the first 30 people, you will be able to join under the best conditions. Also, registrations for the current edition have just started. Only in this edition can you join for $299. The full description of the training is available at saasapplicationschool.com, where you can also join under the best conditions. Enter the discount code SaaS24 when ordering, or be one of the first 30 people, and you can join under the best conditions. It won't be cheaper than this. If there are future editions, the price will definitely go up. We only have registrations for the current edition until next Friday at 10 p.m. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via email at kazik@codewithkazik.com. And finally, I have one more bonus for you that I mentioned earlier, which is a list of 50 example SaaS applications that make huge profits. This list is available at the address you see on the screen, which is saasapplicationschool.com/50. So that's all. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you at the SaaS Application School. See you soon.